Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Punting in Pauper, the show where I do my best to not absolutely punt and stumble my way through some Pauper games here on MTGO. I am your host Gord, and ladies and gentlemen, it is great to be back. Been a little while since I had a video out, and this weekend we're playing some Burn. Good old classic mono red burn your face off. And first thing I want to say is the really nice thing about Burn is that the pieces fit basically every format for the most part. Of course, there are some concessions here and there as you move formats, but the core of the deck, like the lightning bolts, the lava spikes, etc., fit in the legacy build, the pauper build, the modern build. Some of these cards are even pioneer legal. So yeah, it's one of those decks that once you build it, you kind of have the shell for most formats, and you don't have to invest too much after that to build for the other ones. So wanted to let you guys know that little hot tip. Let's stop wasting time here, get right into the deck list. Burn runs a low land count, so we're playing 17, 16 of them mountains, one Forgotten Cave, just should we need to cycle it away to draw a card. Now, idea of the deck is to just straight up burn our opponent's face off. So first up we have 4 Chain Lightnings, 1 red mana for 3 damage to any target at sorcery speed. The opponent can pay 2 red to copy that effect, but we're going to try to make sure they can't do that on us. Next up, 1-drop slot, we have Gitu Lava Runner. It is 1 red for a 1/2 human wizard, and as long as there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in our graveyard, it gets +1/+0 and gets haste, so basically a goblin guide later on, which is really good. Next up, we have Lava Spike. For 1 mana, we can do 3 damage to any target player or planeswalker. That is at sorcery speed, but still a very good spell in the deck. Of course, we would be crazy not to be playing our 4 copies of Lightning Bolt here. 3 damage to any target, instant speed, you know it, you'll love it. We have 2 copies of Needle Drop. This is our card draw spell, so 1 mana for 1 damage to any target that was already dealt damage this turn. So that is the piece that's important to remember on that one. But we do get to draw a card after that, so very good. And then we play 1 Shard Volley in the main here, just as a little bit extra burn. 1 mana for an instant that says, as an additional spell, pardon me, as an additional cost of the spell, we're going to sack a land, and then we can do 3 damage to any target. Next up, 2-drop slot, we have 4 copies of Curse of the Pierced Heart. We're going to try to get some damage over time with this. 2 mana for an enchantment Curse. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, it deals 1 damage to that player, so we can just kind of keep the damage going on over and over. We play 1 Firebrand Archer in this list in the main deck. It is a 2 mana 2/1. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, it's going to deal 1 damage to opponent, so add in some extra burn that way. 2 copies of Flame Rift, sorcery, deals 4 damage to each player, so we're going to take the hit on that, but it is a good slice of damage towards our opponent. 4 copies of Thermo Alchemist, so 2 mana 0/3 human shaman defender, but we can tap it and it'll deal 1 damage to each opponent, and then whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we get to untap the Alchemist, and then we can tap it again, and we can kind of get a little bit of a chain going where we're tapping and untapping our Alchemist, dealing damage while we're casting our other spells. So very useful. And then finally in the 2-drop slot, Searing Blaze, 2 red, deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, and then 1 damage to a target creature that player controls, but it has landfall, so if a land enters the battlefield this turn, we get to do 3 damage instead, which is much better. 3-drop slot, we have Rift Bolt up first, but of course we're not going to usually be paying 3 mana for this. We're going to be suspending it for 1 on turn 1 ideally, and then it becomes basically just a Lightning Bolt, so that's good for us. 3 copies of Skewer the Critics. This is a 3 mana burn spell as well, sorcery speed, but it does have Spectacle, so as long as the opponent's taking damage, we can pay a red, and then Skewer will do 3 damage to any target as well. And finally, in the 6-drop slot, we have Fire Blast, instant speed, but instead of paying 6 mana, because we're rarely ever going to get to 6 mana in this deck, we can just sacrifice 2 mountains rather than pay the spell's mana costs, and then Fire Blast deals 4 damage to any target. So we use this much more as a finisher in the deck. Alright, so that was our main deck. Onto the sideboard here, we have 2 copies of Relic of Progenitus to hit on some graveyards. I always play Relic, you know me. We got 3 copies of Smash to Smithereens. We can blow up some artifacts and deal 3 damage to the controller. 1 extra copy of Shard Volley in case we need it. We got 4 REBs just to hit on the blue decks. We got Martyr of Ashes for creature removal, and we have Electrickery for creature removal as well. So, right on. That is the deck. Let's get into some games. Alright, punting in Pauper with some burn, and this hand is interesting, a little risky. We really want to draw another land, and even then we can only cast really one Fire Blast, but I think we'll try it. We'll play Swamp, and Raven's Crime. Ooh, discard, okay. We'll discard a Fire Blast then. There's the second mountain, so let's mountain and suspend a Rift Bolt. Pass the turn. We'll play second Swamp. Gonna pass the turn, okay. So we'll have a Rift Bolt coming down. Send it right at opponent's head. And Searing Blaze, that's a reasonable card. But I think we're gonna mountain, and I think we're gonna get down a Curse of the Pierce Tart here. Get that damage over time, kind of set in, and pass like that. Corpse turn, mill 3, then return a creature card from graveyard to hand. Okay, interesting. Fiend, Churn, and Earth, so they're gonna get the Fiend. Yep, you got it. Carrion Feeder, okay. And we draw a Mountain. That's actually kind of good here, because Searing Blaze is pretty good for us, so we'll do that. Hit them for 3 and Feeder for 3. Ooh, good response. Gonna sack. Okay, draw some cards. Makes sense. I'll hit him. Oh no, we should wait in case a Fiend comes down or something like that, I guess. So, yeah. Oh no, but it's Sorcerer Speed anyways, so. Okay, we still have time. Second main. Second main, Chain Lightning. Opponent's down to 10, Virtual 9 with Curse of the Pierce Heart. And we'll pass. We'll play the Swamp. There's the Fiend, so they get to grab something, right? Enters the battlefield, reveals their hand, you choose a non-land, exile that card. And then when it dies, return it. Okay, so they're probably gonna grab Fire Blast. Well, they could grab Chain Lightning, which means we can't kill it and get our Fire Blast back, but we'll see. Okay. Oh yeah, they're gonna do the whole. Yeah, so this is a way that they can just exile our spell permanently, because now the Fiend isn't on the battlefield, so they get to draw 2, but they still get the enter the battlefield trigger, and they can just rip whatever they want. So we're just gonna cast a Fire Blast now, hit them for the 4, so make them grab the Chain Lightning. Maximize their damage. Poof! Got there, alright, sideboards. Right, so it looks like that opponent might just be on Mono Black Hand Disruption. Just gonna bring in some relics to kind of hate on the graveyard a little bit and just go down the Flame Rifts and try it like that. I'm not really sure what's going on yet, so yeah, let's run it like this. Alright, this hand again seems capable. We have a couple redraws with Needle Drop. We do have 1 Fire Blast, so we just need to draw that second land, so yeah, let's keep this. I'm gonna play Swamp. I'm gonna duress us. Okay, that's fair. Oh, it takes the bolt. I would have taken the Rift Bolt, I think, but okay, that's fine. We're okay with that. We draw a Curse the Pierce Heart. Well, we will Mountain and suspend a Rift Bolt. Pass the turn. Right, land and passes, alright. Send 3 to face with Rift Bolt. Draw a Mountain for turn. Yeah, we'll play the Mountain. We'll Needle Drop. Lava Spike. Let's Needle Drop, draw another card. Another Lava Spike, okay. Pass the turn. And there's the Corpse turn, sure. Now you're gonna get Fiend. You're gonna need another land to do their little Fiend combo thing. But they only got it. So there's the Fiend. Some ETB. Do they have it? They do. Alright, so we're losing something. I get to draw to you guys. Yeah, we got no responses. We can't sack our lands this time, so they'll get something. Gonna take a Lava Spike. Okay. Don't hate that. I feel like Curse of the Pierce Heart is pretty good for us here. Searing Blaze. Okay, well, yeah, let's just Curse the Pierce Heart. Get that damage over time stacked in again. One plays Radiant Fountain, gain some life, makes sense. Feed the Swarm to blow it up. Okay, now things are looking a little rough again. We hit a Mountain. We'll save that for our Searing Blaze. For now, let's just Lava Spike to face. Yeah, we'll have to pass like that. Another Corpse turn, sure. Alright, there's the Fiend. I'm a Carrion Feeder. I might grab that. Nope, they grabbed the Fiend. Alright. There it is. Altar's Reap, you got it. Same idea as Village Rites, just an extra mana. They take the Searing Blaze, okay. Now they can run out of Carrion Feeder, yeah. We get a Curse, so well, we might as well play our Mountain. And we'll play Curse to the Pierced Heart. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 1. We draw a Bolt. Alright, well, we'll pass the turn. We got instant speed stuff going on here, so. Opponent's gonna attack for 1, sure, we'll take that. Thermo Alchemist. Okay, well, let's try it. Thermo Alchemist. Pass the turn. Do you have an answer? Yep. Makes sense. Opponent plays a Gurmag Angler. Okay, that's a clock. But I think they're just dead on board anyways. Unless they can gain some life somehow. So you have 3 from the Bolt, 4 from a Fire Blast, and then a Curse the Pierced Heart. So end step, Bolt to face. Down to 5. Untap. And opponent sees it coming. Yep, that's all lands. Yeah, we'll show them what we got too. Oh man. Right on, we got there. Alright, punting in Pauper with some burn, and we win the die roll, and yeah, we just need to draw 1 more land, really, to get this Fire Blast off. Everything else seems reasonable. Yeah, let's keep this. Alright, let's go Mountain, and let's just Lava Spike our opponent here. Pass the turn. Plays a Swamp, alright, interesting. That's alright. Ooh, we got the second Mountain, that's nice. Well, let's go Mountain. Let's go Lava Spike our opponent. And we'll play the Lava Runner. It might get just removed here. But we are going to get in for 2 with it this turn, so. This is pretty much like the nuts with this deck. Like we're in for 8 on turn 2, which is pretty good. We do run the risk of stalling out here pretty hard though, admittedly, so. Worth considering. Yeah, we'll pass like that. So I'm gonna cycle a Barrenmore, sure. There's another Swamp. I think they have to kill our Lava Runner here, or we have them DOB if I'm not mistaken. Thermal Alchemist is good, but okay. Let's go to combat. Attack for 2. Then we Chain Lightning face. We Lava Spike face. We sack 2 mountains. Fire Blast, yeah. Oh, nice! The turn 3. Alright, let's go to sideboards. So opponent is definitely on a mono black field by the looks of it. I'm not sure if it's going to be discard or just devotion or anything like that. I'm not going to do much sideboarding yet at this point. We'll just run the main deck back. Alright, so this is actually another pretty reasonable hand for the strategy we're going for here, so I think we'll keep this. We are on the play this time, so opponents can play Barrenmore, that's fine. We draw ourselves a mountain, which isn't ideal, but we will suspend a Rift Bolt and pass the turn. Alright, so yeah, let's do mountain and, oh man. Let's do Lava Spike. I don't know if that's the right call, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so our Rift Bolt's gonna come down, we're gonna send it to face. And we draw another Pierce. We could have discarded that, but that's okay. Let's go Mountain. And let's get down a Curse of the Pierced Heart. Try to go for that damage over time. Lava Runner might be a better play there, but it might also just die to removal next turn, so we'll have to see. Pass the turn. We're going to auto-yield this trigger, so they'll always take one on their upkeep. Opponent plays another Baron more. And passes. Okay. We draw another mountain. Well, let's play Get To Lava Runner. Let's go to combat. We'll attack for 2. Let's mountain, and let's play the other curse here. So now we're getting 2 per upkeep, which is pretty reasonable. They might have to feed the swarm to blow up both of these, but now we got that redundant effect, so it's something. We'll pass the turn like that. One's gonna Chainer's Edict. Sure, so we gotta sack the Lava Runner. That is what it is. Is this Duress? It is Duress. I think we're just gonna sack the mountains and we're just gonna send the Fire Blast to their face. We still have 1 mountain, and our curve is so low, shouldn't hurt us too bad. And then opponent gets no value off their Duress. We draw another Fire Blast, which isn't great for us here, but we are going to be hitting them too with curses, so we'll just pass like that. Opponent down to 6. Opponent's tapping 3. 4 Chittering Rats. Okay, so we're going to put the Fire Blast back on top. Kind of screws our draw up, but that is what it is. Again, we're going to be getting in for 2, and this isn't a big enough clock for us to worry about quite yet, so. I love Chittering Rats. Such a great card. Alright. So we draw our Fire Blast. Yes, we knew about that. We just pass the turn here. Hope for the best. Hope for not another Rats. Opponent down to 4. Got a Phyrexian Rager, so they're gonna pay a life. Opponent's saying GG. I don't like saying good game until it's over. I don't like to speak too soon and something changes and etc. etc. So we'll see what we draw here and see what happens. But it does look pretty good for us here, to say the least. So we draw another curse. Yeah, we got it. So yeah, this looks pretty good for us. We're just going to pass like this. We can't play either of our spells, unfortunately. If we had another land, this curse would finish it off, but as you can see, opponent's down to 1. Maybe they're just going to take themselves out of here with a Rage or something silly. Chittering Rats, sure. We gonna slap this. I guess we'll slap Fire Blast on top of our library, and then we'll just have to draw it, we'll pass, and then we'll take this game. So we're gonna take 4 from their attacks. That's fine. 16. Draw our Fire Blast, but we just pass the turn. We'll put Curse on the stack. We'll win the game and beating Mono Black. Yeah, opponents revealing their hand, and gee whiz, it had some good stuff. They just need 1 more land. Yeah, the Thorn of the Black Rose to get some Gary action, and then they would have been able to stabilize real well. So, right on. Alright, so how did we do this week? Punting and Pauper with some burn damage, and I gotta say, deck was good. Deck did what Burn wanted to do. We melted our opponent's faces off before they could even get set up, and it feels great. Yeah, I mean, the playlines are fairly simple for the most part. Just go straight face with your instant sorceries. I do want to comment on how great Curse of the Pierced Heart was. That card really closed in some games for us and really made sure that even once we kind of like stalled out because we're not drawing too many cards, that we're able to keep that damage going. So that was a real good card for us this time around. I just want to also comment on that unreal turn 3 when we had in game 2 there. We had the nuts draw, we got the land that we needed, and you can see how powerful the deck can really be. So yeah, a lot of fun. I really enjoy this deck. Now, there was one game that I played that I did record, but I didn't end up airing it just because my editing and recording time is a lot shorter than it used to be these days. But I did play against just kind of like a Bant value deck where we took game 1, but after that they were able to use Pulsar Marassa and Weather the Storm to kind of gain a lot of life. and then that really puts us out of the reach of ever finishing a game with a deck like this. So even if an opponent doesn't have much going on, if we have them down to, I don't know, 3 life, and then they can weather the storm with Storm and gain 3 life 10 times or whatever it's going to be, they're going to gain too much life for us to be able to come back from that. So I just wanted to make aware of that. Like, that's Burns' worst matchup. If you weren't familiar with that, that's the thing you got to watch out for is life gain, because that can really put you way too far behind to come back. But overall, yeah, really like the list. I think the sideboard definitely needs a little bit of work, just a little bit of tuning. I'm not really sure what I would change. Just again, kind of want to like add something in to help with those life game decks. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hoping to get a lot more coming back out to you guys here real soon. But yeah, feel free to like this video if you liked it. If you didn't, you can dislike it. That's fine. I got tough skin. Please subscribe if you want to see some more. And I love hearing from you guys down in the comments. So until next time, see ya.